How we doing today, man? I'm excited to be back. We have another live recorded video. We'll see how the day goes. I'm a little bit worried because we have SMTs all over the place. Now you can see I have them marked out here. We have an SMT between London low or Asia low from yesterday with this low from yesterday right near close. We have an SMT with the high of yesterday, and we have an SMT at Asia, and I believe Asia low as well again today. So yeah, SMT with Asia low. So we have SMTs everywhere. We put in a high, made an SMT, made another SMT, made another SMT. I am still leaning bullish, but there's so much low resistance liquidity to the downside, right? All of these lows right here look like they are priming to get ran, and we're just kind of showing failure to go higher. We have a 3 drive, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 drive. I want to see us maybe roll over and leave the all-time highs because in Q, we have all-time highs we have SMT at all-time highs. So we have SMT everywhere. I feel like I've said SMT 100 times. I did think that we were going to sweep this high as well, but maybe we don't. And we continue to move back inside the range. Another thing I'm skeptical about going into today is Forex Factory. We have no news today, and we have CPI on Thursday, red folder on Friday, and red folder tomorrow. So that could be also something where maybe makes price action a little bit choppier going into the day. So we will see that. I actually potentially like a long right here. $30 risk. I'm going to let it do its thing pre-market here. But I do like a long right off this. I'm going to let market do its thing, though. I'm going to stick to my rules and let market open do its thing. We have our account sitting here. We are looking for a about another $200 to get this balance above 1,000. We will be requesting a payout, and we're just crawling these things up. So I'm excited about this. We have the accounts ready to go. I really do want to just trade this, though. We'll give it a go on these Apex, maybe. We could give it a go on Top Step. How much am I risking? Let's see. I just feel like market open could manipulate us here. I don't know. We'd be risking about $80 to potentially make 100 something. We could make the $200 day up here. I might go for it here.
Order filled.
All right, market open. Go break even above these highs. Basically, if market open pushes us up, go and break even. Okay, we're break even there.
Order filled.
Take profit 1. Cool. Now let's see it run. So we need $170 for the $200 day. We need this thing to take off. I'll probably just take profit this high. If we can get there. Glad it filled us.
Order filled.
Okay, so that's the first attempt. I'm not going to count that as my one trade for the day because, yeah, I'm just not going to. But that was a nice, cool trade. I'm really happy it filled us there because that's like equal highs. So we actually didn't even grab that draw. But reason for that, just I'm bullish, expecting bullish price whenever we get this inversion right before market open. I'm expecting market open to send us higher. So I do think we're going to keep going higher. I think the market volatility off open is just a little bit crazy. But I can't complain about a free $80 right there. Why did I do that? Well, we had SMT at the Asia low, and we have a nice reversal off this low here. We had a nice push up and a 2-minute inversion as well. So I kind of liked all this low resistance liquidity. But I did think it was going to continue higher. Kind of annoying that it didn't. So, but that means we can get more opportunities later. So it just means we have to make less on our trade to make $200 later if we get another trade. Or it's going to just continue. It's going to close right here. We're going to get this order block, and we're going to keep going. But I'm still looking for more trades today, because if I didn't get that play right off open, we would be waiting, right? So I could re-enter this. But I'm just going to give it a second. I'm going to wait for a better setup now. We went for our play right off open, hoping that it would just run and run and run. Definitely happy with taking a partial there, though, because then it gave us something for that risk, right? That looks really good. This actually looks so solid. A close above this 30-second would probably send us off. You could go break even at these highs. How much am I risking here? I don't want to risk everything I just made, but I could go break even at the highs. Just let it do its thing. So let's see. We'd be break even when it hits these highs if I did re-enter. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it do its thing. But yeah, the reason why like I can take these trades now is because I have multiple accounts, right? I didn't go in on these Apex accounts. I just went on these 2 Top Step accounts. I'm trying to slowly build up. So this month now it's pulled us to about $400 this month, which isn't much, but across 2 accounts it's $800, and then across the other accounts, you know, you can add money up. I have an idea for something that will change the entire trading industry. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a while before I can talk about it because I don't want to like give anything away. But it would change the entire space. And yeah, I just need to figure out the logistics and how to actually execute my idea. But I wanted to just kind of edge that idea out there. It would be insanely cool if I could get it done, but I'm not 100% sure if it's possible. So just want to throw that out there. I mean, that literally could just mean anything. So I realize that, but it would be really cool. We are just kind of chopping around here. Now I'd want to see us sell off, actually, and leave these draws. I want to see if okay, so the main NQ chart actually did sweep that high, but we still have these kind of intermediate term highs here. Market open to 22 points, that's it. But we're still kind of pumping here. I don't expect us to not go up, but it's just so slow. I don't want to re-enter. This is really choppy. So yeah, now we just wait. I kind of didn't really get to go over my real game plan for the day, but my real game plan kind of is just look for higher prices and then look for a sell-off, or look for a sell-off and then go for higher prices. So if we did sell off all the way down here, I would look for a long, but if we go straight up first, I actually do expect to short off these highs. So really can play both sides of the market today. Not in a rush. Maybe we get an internal model. Just going to kind of sit here on the S&P right here and just kind of wait for something good. We're correlated for the most part, but ES is a little bit below these highs right here, so we have SMT there now, and we're kind of just rejecting these highs. So I think this is becoming good low resistance liquidity for later in the session. I look at this as just like a potential, you know, kind of bait. We leave that, and then we're going to come and aggressively trade back through it later. So we wait. We sit here on our hands and wait. I'm trying to start doing a budgeting plan for myself because I'm actually starting to earn from coaching again, getting a salary there. That covers my some of my expenses plus can help me buy some more funded accounts. And then also through YouTube and you guys using my code, my affiliate code, which I really appreciate, that's also allowed me to start making some more money. So like I used to just be like breaking even / losing money every single month when I was trading a few months ago, because I wasn't making any money from social media until really May. I made money from YouTube ad revenue, but I wasn't like profiting on the month. I was like losing money actively, like just burning my savings. So it's really cool now because I'm in a position where I can start like actually buying healthier food, and I can actually start investing my money and start saving my money and start doing like adult stuff, I guess. So if you guys have any advice for investments, I'm considering once a week. I was thinking about making a whole new channel for investments, but I think that's a little bit overkill. I think I might just start posting on Saturdays or Sundays, maybe Sundays. Start going over like my investments for the week or my investments for like long-term stuff or what I'm doing with my money. Basically how I'm managing my money. I think that would be kind of cool. I could just throw it on this channel and kind of just talk about investing, learning about dividends, learning about S&P 500, like long-term investing in S&P, like stuff like that. I think would be really cool because I don't think many people really talk about it in the trading space. They don't really talk about how to invest your money and set yourself up for the future. I mean, everyone does invest and stuff, but they don't really like tell you what they're doing and show you kind of like the back end. And I like to, like you guys know me, I like to show every single dollar I make and don't make and lose and win. So I kind of want to just show every single dollar I invest and how much money I make. And I want to show everything, dude, because I just think that's cool. I don't think that there's any, I feel like there should be no stigma behind showing people how much money you're making and investing and doing all that stuff because it's interesting and people would want to know. So I'd be kind of curious in doing something like that. And let me know if you guys think I should do a separate channel, do it on this channel like once a week or maybe a few times a month. Because I'm actually finally in this position where I can maybe invest a few $100s a month. And it's not going to be anything crazy at first, so that's why I don't really know if making a whole new channel would make much sense. But I think like once a week, kind of going over where I'm putting some money into, the money I made, how I made it. I think that'd be cool just to keep the transparency up. And also I'm looking at the end of each month, I want to kind of keep adding accounts to my portfolio in terms of like trading accounts. So right now I have the 5, which is really cool. I still trade them like I'm a little baby, and a scaredy cat. But the more accounts, there's better, right? I'm gonna have more and more confidence with more payouts coming out. When I get this second payout, I'll get more and more confident, right? You know, it will just be kind of how it goes, right? You just get more confident every time you show up and you do something good. So I'm excited for that, but I'm really considering getting some My Funded Futures and some Alpha Futures accounts next. Because I have the Apex accounts, they're cool, but I really want to just get the some Apex or some Alpha Futures, My Funded Futures, because they have the 0 plan, and then the My Funded Futures doesn't have an activation fee. So, and also the payout rules are just insane on Alpha Futures, literally ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they're doing 10% off right now on Alpha Futures. Potentially they're doing no activation fee on the advanced plan. So if you buy the advanced accounts on Alpha Futures, you don't have to pay an activation fee if you pass the account. That's great. So they're doing some cool deals there, but I want to get some next month because the payout rules are ridiculous on Apex. If you withdraw your buffer, right? If I were to withdraw, I can withdraw $400 and like $410 from this account right now. Let me do the math exactly. 833 divided by 2. I could withdraw if I want to $416. That could hit my bank account, right? This account cost me $200 all in. That means I would profit double on this account. The reason I wouldn't do that right now and I want to wait for $500 to get an extra $100 is because my drawdown will then go to 0, right? If we look at this account I took a payout from, it's at $0. So I can only lose what I have left, which I built up a better buffer now because it was at 600. I built it up a little bit. But that being said, right, because I can only lose this much, if I were on this account and this was Alpha Futures, I could withdraw my $400, and you can actually withdraw more. I think it's 70%. So that's actually even better, right? If I had this account, 833 times by 0.7, I could actually withdraw $583, which is ridiculous. And I would only lose from this buffer, I would only lose the $583 I withdrawed. So I would still have a big buffer ready to play with. That's really cool. So I want to get my hands on a few Alpha Futures accounts next month. Maybe some My Funded Futures, maybe one of each, maybe I don't know. Maybe one of each, maybe 2 of each. I'm not really sure. Maybe 2 Alpha Futures because I just think that they're the best accounts to try and like withdraw payouts from. And just keep increasing the portfolio, keep getting more accounts. So that's really the goal. Just keep it slow and steady. I've been trading better. I barely take losses. I just am more confident in what I'm doing. I'm more confident in my read on the market. everything's been doing better, right? We can lose that all in one moment of ill concentration. We can lose that in 1 second of, doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I just got to always stay focused, keep staying focused, concentrate on the plan. But I'm really excited for scaling up, man. It's going to be a really cool journey, and I'm glad to document it all and kind of show the process because, there's not many people. Everyone that I watch, already has their 10 accounts that they copy trade 2 micros on, or 2 minis on. Where it's like, wow, or their 5 accounts where they trade 2 minis. Like, wow, that's something that, it's hard to get to that point. They make it seem simple because, once you build the skill, once you do it, it's really easy. But it's really hard to get to that point, and I'm really glad I get to document this journey to get to that point because trust me, man, there's going to be a day where we're copy trading across 10, 20 accounts and we're doing 5 micros each and we're making bank. Like I'm telling you, there's going to be a time where we're making bank, right? You guys just saw me copy trade 2 accounts with 2 micros, bro. That's not even the amount that's like 4 micros all in. That's 40% sizing. That's 40% of the size of some people do across one account across all 20. Like some people trade 1 mini. Some people trade 2 minis, so that's like 10%. I just trade 10% the leverage that some people trade on one account across 20. So think about that. That means I'm trading 1% of the leverage, I believe. Because that means that if someone's trading, let's just do the math because the market's moving really slowly right now. If someone were to do, so I just traded 4 micros. If someone traded 2 minis, so that's 2 minis is the equivalent of 10 micros, so that's equivalent of 20 micros. If someone traded 20 micros across 20 accounts, that's the equivalent of trading 400 micros. That means that divided by 4, I just traded 4 micros? No. 4 divided by 400. That means that I'm trading the equivalent of 1% of their leverage. So if I just made $80 on 1% leverage, times that by 0.01, $80 divided by 0.01, I would have made $8,000 on that one move. And that's only hitting half take profit. So that's kind of where it's just like, wow, It just makes you realize, wow, like that's a lot of money difference, right? That's how these guys do these crazy numbers. That's how you get to these crazy levels, because you have just the buffers built, you have the consistency, you have the mental strength to not crash out. Because hey, you crash out, I could have just lost $80 or $100. Imagine you crash out and you lose 10,000. How much are you going to be really able to focus? So I think what I'm doing better about is just kind of making sure to focus and realize that, hey, these accounts don't matter. Like this profits and stuff don't matter until I just until I pull the money out. Like I'm not too worried about this balance. Like when I first got into profit and could withdraw for the first time before I made a payout, I was like really tweaking about the balance. But yeah, I've only been winning, so it's kind of easy for me to say. Like if we look at these stats, like I've only been winning. I've big day here, kind of like small, medium day, like small day, decent day, right? I've been winning, not like anything crazy, but it's easy said when you're winning, right? It's easy for me to sit here and be like, oh, I'm sitting here, it's so easy to trade. I'm not really worried about balance because I'm winning. I'm not losing my trades. It's not really panicking me. But the other day I lost 120 on Friday, and then I made 300 and something on the next trade, right? So it's all about perspective, and it's all about realizing, hey, this money doesn't matter, right? Across all the accounts, I'm up 800 there. Let me see. I'm up, pull up the calculator. We're up 833 on this account. We're up 46 on this account. We're up 260 on all these accounts. So plus 260, plus 260, plus 260. Right, so we're up $2,000 and $2,568 across all the accounts. But it doesn't really mean anything because I can't withdraw that $2,500. I just can't, right? The only money I'm actually up is $400 because I can withdraw $421. So that's literally it. That's all I can withdraw. The trick I could do is stop copy trading until all the accounts are built to buffer. So in the future, what I might do is just have periods where I trade accounts that don't have buffers versus accounts that do have buffers built, and do it in like segments. So like an idea I had would be having 3 express accounts all eligible for a payout. Build them up to like $1,000 in profit, maybe $200 days are done, or $150 days are done, whatever you need. And then boom, those accounts are eligible for payout. So anything you make is profit. and then have some other accounts maybe on lower probability days that are XFAs, but they're not eligible for a payout, so you can be a little bit more risk on, a little bit more careless, a little bit more, hey, you know, this isn't real profit, so I don't need to be so worried about losing this trade, right? I just need to worry about getting the $200 days. Because when we take a look at this account here, and when I got this first payout on this account, right, when I traded this month, this is the first time I traded this account. I was calm, 200, 200, 200, or 200, 200, 200, right? I was smacking trades. But when you look at my other account here, when I was trying to build out a drawdown, when I did have the $200 days, I didn't have a single $200 day all of July. I had one losing day, but I didn't really have any fat days. I just was kind of chugging along, break-even day. These should have been big winners, but I got break-even. Small winning days, decent winning day, right? Small winning days. I made $900 on the month, but I didn't have a week over $200 or over $300. Then you look at this account, I have a week over $300 my first week and barely really did anything crazy there, right? So it's like I had a bigger week than the entire last month on these accounts because, look, I had $500 weeks here because I wasn't afraid to trade. And the crazy thing is with trading is like it doesn't change. Your strategy and your approach doesn't change with trading. But when you're not focused on a dollar amount, right, you can kind of relax. When I wasn't worried about getting out of drawdown, I could relax because I had a fresh account. Hey, this account can't pay me. I don't have enough winning days, so I cannot get paid from this account. So why would I be tripping, right, about winning or losing? Let me just trade because I can't even withdraw money. But once you get attached to, hey, I can withdraw money. I don't want to lose this money. I don't want to go down. I want this tomorrow. I want this next week. I want to get the last $170 preferably by this week, right? So I can get my payout, right? But I can't let that affect my decisions. If I lose 2 more times this week and I'm down $200 from where I'm at right now, I can't let that matter to me. I can't say, oh my gosh, I'm down $200. You know, I'm down $200. Oh my gosh. Now I'm $400 away from getting my payout. I can't let that matter because then you just come back the next week. Maybe you make 200 only, and then you make 200 the next week, and then boom, now you have your payout. So that's what you have to remember is that it's just about getting to the payouts. It's just about getting there. It's not about how quickly you get there. Just do the right things and keep showing up, and you'll get there. Minus 40, 160. I would need to hit about a 40-point trade here on 2 micros to get a $200 day. Because if I could sneak another $200 day on this account, that would be really fat. That would be really solid. Because then I would have a decent buffer, and I would be actually pretty confident I could get another payout on this account. Because I would need to just make another 600. So right now the market's moving really, really bad. This is kind of unfortunate for a live video. But what am I looking for? Like, again, this is the reality though of trading. It's cool to get these on video because this is reality. We built up this low resistance liquidity. We have a high here. We have this low. We're just inside this opening range. If we look at the regular trading hours, we're just inside this range. Yesterday's trading price, we're just in the middle of a range. We have SMTs on both sides. We have news later on this week, right? If I don't get another trade today, I don't get another trade. But what would I look for? I need to just see some sort of sweep. I'm not going to take any trade in here. I'm not going to take any trade around here. I need a sweep. So I literally can't trade until we take out this low or this high, minimum. Even then, I'd still need to see more. So we just look at the 15-minute and be calm, right? It's really boring. This stuff's really boring, man. But that's how it goes. So what I might actually do is pause this recording until we get that, because it's already been 23 minutes. So I'm going to pause this until we get a sweep of either side. Then I'll kind of look at things and reanalyze. So it'll be it won't even be a pause for you guys, but yeah. All right, recording back, man. It looks like we're about to go sweep this low. I'm starting to like the look of this because we left these highs, all this wicking. We have this 2-minute gap that we could look to inverse. Might throw in an SMT. I don't really care to see the SMT. I want to see us maybe sweep on everything. But yeah, I'm starting to like the look of this. We have a 3-minute gap as well that we could look to inverse. I would say, let's see if we have a 1 minute. We have this 1 minute forming. Looks like the 1 minute's going to not be there. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just interested in what this is going to look like here. We have this 1 minute gap that we could inverse as well. I do like the look of this because then we have a really easy break-even point. And this would just make a lot of sense chopping, leaving all these highs off open. Sweep out the little pre-market lows. Get a change in state delivery. We don't really have any fair value gap except for down here. So, I mean, we could see a little bit of a deep push here. We have 10 a.m. to open as well. So we could get a little 10 a.m. reversal. All the good stuff, right? So we have all these stacked highs here. But if we start just displacing through these lows, then I kind of just get a little risk off. Yeah, that's the game plan. Interesting how we stopped there. See, I wouldn't want to take this inversion with leaving these lows. That's just something that wouldn't really make too much sense in my brain, but, you know. If we go, we might go, though. Which wouldn't be the most fun thing to watch happen. Just wouldn't make much sense. I mean, like, it could work, too. It's like it's a solid inversion, but it doesn't make sense because we didn't have any sweep lower. So, kind of just want to be careful of that, but let's see. Could we risk what we just made? We could risk what we made on the Top Step accounts here, the 40 bucks, and potentially make, but it's not really worth it. And we didn't inverse, so yeah, we'll be patient here. 10 a.m. is going to open as well. Could manipulate us lower. I just think that this is too bait. This is too much bait here on the 30-minute. These relative equal lows. We have equal highs on both sides now. This is just where you get chopped up if you try and get too fancy here. But I do like this inversion. I do think it could work. But is it worth losing money on something that's not A+++? ES looks great on the 1 minute. Looks fantastic. We swept out this low. Just placing kind of quick here now. I want to see us leave this now. This is perfect. Yeah, I'm not going to take this. If it goes, it goes. It is what it is. We'll take it on paper here to just kind of watch it go. If we get it.
Order
so
filled.
We would be in on paper there. Make sure the other accounts aren't trading. Yep, okay, so we're on paper. Stop loss would be like around here. Take profit at these highs. I hope it fails because I think it will fail now with that wick. That wick looks really devastating for any bulls. And yeah, it just wouldn't make sense for me to take it because we have the equal lows below. As much, that's trading. As much as you want to sometimes just say, you know what, that doesn't matter. That's why people stay unprofitable for so long, is that they just don't listen to the things that they've learned. I know better than to take this trade. If it works, cool, right? It makes sense. We had an inversion. We swept this low.
Order filled.
Oh, this account got blown, this practice account. That's kind of funny. Let me get a new practice account. Top Step dashboard. But yeah, that's why we don't take this trade. Is one, this wick, I would never enter an IFG when I see a wick like this. That's just a given. I will never, literally never enter an IFG. Oh, it's raining again, man. I can't hit a run today. This trade is horrible now. Glad that I didn't take it. ES looked good, and it still looks all right mechanically, but I will never take a trade when the wick looks like that on an IFEG, especially when we have these equal lows below. So I do expect us to resweep here right at 10. 10 a.m. will open us lower. We are just rejecting this level a lot right here, which is a little bit scary. A lot of low resistance liquidity here. We might not get another trade today, and that's cool. But we are kind of delivering again lower, so we might get a nice gap here, hopefully a 1 minute gap. Hopefully close a little bit lower, run through these, and then gap up. Practice account, cool. Practice, go to practice. So we would have got stopped out of this trade unless you had your stop at the swing low. So it's kind of crazy how these days you have to have your stop like at these swing lows. But it still might not go back up. Reset practice account for free. Cool. Okay, so now we have a practice account again. So ES is starting to run higher. So we actually could maybe get a short off these highs because we have all these equal lows, right? Again, like I said, I am not taking a trade until we sweep these highs or these lows. It doesn't make sense for me to do that. And that's just how you have to be as a trader. You have to just set stipulations. It's like, look, it would be dumb for me to not do this. No matter how much you want to get in. No matter how much I want to take that long. Why? Because it could have worked. I could have made money. If I got in long there and it went up here, I would have made another $60. That's another $120 across both accounts. It's very tempting to want to take trades, to be like, hey, I could profit on this. I could make money on this. I could do this. I could do that. But in the long run, you're just not going to make much money because you're going to lose more often than not. This 30-second, see, this would be a nice 30-second gap or a 15-second gap that I wouldn't mind giving a stab at because we have now swept out some important lows. The 15 seconds just a little bit quick for me. Let's see if we have any other gap. The 3 minute now. 3 minutes perfect inverse. But if we just keep displacing lower, I think that we have a lot of more draws to the downside. Patience, man. That's the hard part with trading, is patience. Some days you want to make money every day. And like you only ever think about the money you can make, right? When you take a trade, you're not going to take a trade because you think it's going to lose. You only take trades because you think they're going to win. So every time you see a trade, you're thinking, wow, I could win this much money here. I can make this much money. I can make another $60 right now across both accounts. That's $120. Wow. But it just doesn't work like that. It just does not work like that. It should work like, hey, how much could I lose on this trade? Right? How much do I want to lose? So we swept out Asia low. That's nice. Okay. So we had SMT, but now this SMT is gone. And now we actually have just SMT at these lows. So that's cool, but now we have no SMT at Asia low. That's nice. We have this fair value gap that we just trade into, or almost trade into. This is where, again, I would want to see that rejection. There's just no clear gaps on the 1 minute or 30-second that I like. We just be patient. Let's be careful with that. Cool. Should have a fresh practice account. There we go. And I want to see ES. I don't really care about this SMT right here. I want to see ES run that out. So we finally did. That's good. I didn't want to see an SMT there. So now we have no SMT at London or Asia low. That's really good to see. ES is in a really bullish gap right here. We don't really have a reason to purge these lows here on ES. And Q could have some room down there. So relative equal highs above. I'm just looking at these. But again, if we start getting really, really strong closes, we might be going down. It's just really that simple with trade. It's, which way are we going? What are we disrespecting? Where are we pulling heavy towards? Does it make sense to pull heavy towards that direction? Does it? You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is. We have SMT at these highs. So if we don't get some sort of displacement out of this gap early, because 10 a.m. just opened, so I want to see this macro kind of start to cook. If we don't start getting some displacement higher, then I'm not really too confident that this move really wants to happen. If you look at the 5 minute, this is the range of yesterday, the New York session. So I wouldn't mind seeing us sweep this low. Right here, right? Because we could put an SMT here and sweep out the range of yesterday and start pushing towards the higher side. But this is trading, man. It's about just constantly reassessing, constantly making observations, constantly trying to figure different things out. That's why I like these live videos, because it's like really organic and really like, hey, what are we actually doing here, right? What are we trying to see? What's the actual process look like? Because it's easy to come on here and make a video after the fact and say, look, this is what I did today, blah, blah, blah. But it's not easy to just, and it's easy to just kind of miss a lot of things. A lot of things happen throughout the day that you can't really cover in the recaps. Quite simply just because, it's a lot to go over. So what I might do is add one contract if this 30-second gap inverses, and then add another one for the 3-minute gap up here. So that might be the game plan. I want to see it happen on this candle though. And maybe only enter the apex because you can't scale in, so I like this movement up higher though after sweeping the lows. I like that the 10 a.m. candle is starting to reject that. 4 hour. Potentially like this. Don't want to jump the gun yet. It's a nice 1-minute candle. Little change in state delivery here. Little order block. I want to see it keep pushing. I don't mind putting another high, resweeping, getting a better fair value gap. We don't have a really clean, this is not a very clean gap. It's not really my favorite gap of all time. But we clearly had some really strong sell through here and a really quick buy up. So this is clearly a pretty important area in price. It's yesterday, the Asia low, so yeah, I don't mind this push lower at all. I don't want to get too zoomed in on longs. That's the one thing I don't want to happen, is get too focused on longs. I've had that cough for too long. Still a nice rejection wick if we start flipping on this 15-minute. We trade into this gap really nicely. It's a little sloppy though. Like, look at all this low resistance liquidity. But if we look at ES, okay, this is starting to get some movement back up. Okay, I'm starting to really like this. I'm going to add one contract here. If we get a close above, stop loss at this swing low. Technically didn't get the close. Let's see the 15-second. Yes, it's kind of selling off a little bit. I want to see a strong close here on this candle. Okay, we're going to take this on the 2 accounts.
Order filled.
Risking 63 bucks. Try and hit take profit up here. We might get in on the Apex accounts. We'll get on the Apex with 3.
Order filled.
Buy there. Sell stop at this low, 88. So we're on both accounts there, on all accounts. So just hope this plays out. Break even at these highs. I'll add on the top step at the 3-minute inverses. And yeah, we let it do its job. Let's do a take profit on the Alpha future, or in these accounts here. Let's do a take profit there. Sell stop, right? Because we're buying, so we need to sell. Cool. And we just wait. Could probably have a tighter stop loss here. But, you know me. Take profit 54. Okay, that's the break-even point on both accounts. Right here.
Order filled.
Closing the apex there. And I think I'm just going to take this. I don't need the $200 a day that badly. So we can't really add into this position because of the way it's just printing good, which is fine. I'm cool with the great trade just running. What I might do here is unsync my copy trading.
Order filled.
Oh, close my account. Oh my gosh, I closed the trade. I was gonna try and get this day for a $200 a day, and then hit take profit on this account at this high. So I could technically still enter and just risk this. But I'll just leave it. Oh, I didn't know that happened. Okay, I hope you guys saw the vision there. Lead, and then followers, save changes, enable trade copier. That's annoying. Hopefully it just dumps now. Maybe that would actually be kind of crazy. Coincidence. But I was trying to get this to where this trade I could hit take profit on this account here because I need this one to get to 1,000. So I'm just kind of just trying to take base hits, just kind of build it up. And then I need this account here to get $200 days. So I was like, okay, cool. I can just let this one run forever. Because if I needed 80, I was up 40, so I needed $160. So I would need 160 is what? That's 100, 120, 140, 100. I mean, I would need a lot of work, like 80 points. But it could have got up there. So I was like willing to do that. But let's see. Can we still get in and risk 50 bucks? I could get back in where I was and risk what I closed it for. Like right now, I could actually risk less. 40 bucks. But I don't know. I'll just secure the win. I'm not really too worried about it. But cool, success on these accounts, 51 across each, that's 150. On one micro, that's decent, that's 25 points. Glad I closed them because it's just kind of chopping off these highs. So that's 150 plus 200, that's $350 a day. Not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna be done there, I think. All in one micro. So it shows you the power of one micro, man. That's $200 on the top step and then 150 here. So that's $350. Wow. That's cool. So imagine that across 15 more accounts, you know, because we only have, so 15 times 350, that would be 3 times 350, my bad. That would be $1,000 more dollars. So that'd be $1,350 a day. That's unfortunate, dude. I was like, okay, cool. I can take profit on this account here for 80 bucks because I don't need $200 days here. I have 7 on this account. I just want the balance up so I can withdraw a payout of 500. So it's like, okay, cool. That's good there. And then I'll just take the copy trader off and then I'll let the other one run and it just closed the trade. So let's see where it closed me. It actually might have closed me at like the best possible spot. 47. Dude, we might have got blessed. So that's actually pretty cool. It would have been annoying if like I closed it here, but 47, and we got in at 19. So let's see if we get stopped out of break even here. Wow, we just got blessed. We just got blessed. We got absolutely blessed. That's ridiculously good luck, man. Things are just going my way. The one reason we could have taken profit there is just because if we look at ES here, this is market high of the day, right? This is the high of day on ES. We swept it out and we made equal highs here and started rejecting. So right at 9, at 10:12, that's when we got the highest put in. So I'm done for the day. This is price action I don't really want to be involved in. I got my wins. Happy with that. I don't want to keep getting involved because price action just looks a little bit chunky now. But yeah, so getting a $350 day from this mess is pretty cool. The analysis was there, so I guess I'll do a little bit of a post-game recap. We had this 15-minute gap. I wanted to see us have some sort of rejection off these lows with all this liquidity we built up and make it push higher because we are bullish towards these highs until proven wrong. Until we start really changing structure down to these lows and down to this, I'm bullish because, right, I'm just expecting us to go up. But I guess we're just going to consolidate. We do have red Fuller news tomorrow, so I'm really happy to get out of today before tomorrow's news. I'm really happy to get out of the no news Monday and Tuesday with some small W's before Wednesday being a 800 or 830 PPI. So yeah, really cool. Making 200 on the top step accounts, 150 on the Apex ones. Solid day. I still think we go up. I think that this is just a little harsh retrace, high resistance liquidity run. But I could be wrong, and I'm not going to get back involved. There's no point. So yeah, really happy with that. The account's up now to $1,000 on the account we took a payout from, which literally is crazy because that means that we're above, like we made 400 back since then, and we took a payout at like 1,200. So that means that we're like a $200 shy of where we took our payout from the balance. So we have half our balance now. We don't really have to worry about the max loss too much. We have $1,000. Obviously, I hope I just keep winning. I don't even want to have to deal with like losing, but we have a buffer now if we needed it, which I hope we don't need it. So, and then this account here, we're about $113 shy of being able to take my payout. So that's pretty cool. Not going to stress myself out about it. I'm not going to work myself up. I'm not going to do anything like that. Just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Keep executing. Keep trying to find good plays. I got in on this 30-second inversion because of the nice rejection from this fair value gap, and I expected this low resistance liquidity. It didn't get fully ran. That's why you got to be aggressive and take profits, I guess. We got really blessed that our trade copier closed the trade here because that literally top ticked it. Really happy with that now. I mean, in hindsight, I didn't want to do that, and I've been perfectly fine taking a stop out at break even because we secured our profits on Apex as well. I think we got out of the market. Let's look at the trade performance. Yeah, trade performance. Okay, cool. It was a 2-minute and 30-second trade. We made $150 in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's ridiculous. And we got in at 21 and we got out at 47. 847. So we actually got out of the same spot to the tick. 47.25. Wow, we got out of the same spot. That's really cool. So we got out 47 as well here. So right when we got above these highs, I closed it. That's really cool. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, we just keep doing well with these accounts. Just showing you guys the consistency. 300 on each. That's $640 there this month, plus this month now is looking at, let's see, 472 times 2 plus 315 plus 315 plus 315, almost $2,000. We're about $100 shy of a $2,000 month so far. This is like really cool, man. It starts with like, you guys don't know how happy this makes me to be able to trade well like this, especially for you guys. Like, yeah, if you guys watched in May or January, if you watched through like February, March, and April, I didn't know if I was going to be able to become a trader, and now I'm starting to feel like I can flip profitable. So I'm really happy about this, man. And again, this is 1 micro. Think about that. This is 1 micro. All these guys that trade 1 mini, I would have made $500 across all my accounts today. And the only reason I can't trade a mini is my confidence levels. and my buffer, right? That's it. That's all it is. So these days that you guys dream about, that I'm dreaming about, they're coming with time. Just keep showing up for yourself, keep focusing, keep working hard, and you'll get there, man. All love to everybody. Apex, My Funded Futures, Alpha Futures, Code Diego. Please let me know if you use my code. I want to personally thank you because it means a lot to me. And yeah, hopefully you guys had a good day. Let me know how you guys did today. What a session. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you get better price action. Today really was my favorite day. It was kind of boring. Not really much to do. Not really any crazy trades. Nothing really textbook. If you look at this chart, there's nothing really textbook. But able to get out with a small winning day. Can't complain. And maybe want to just do a little bit of recap myself later. Kind of figure out, should I have really taken the trades? We'll figure that out. I don't mind the trade. I like the size that I used on them. Risk was low. Got in all the accounts. Couldn't complain, right? So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.